The clever wolf. In the jungle of Surajpur, there lived a wild and wicked wolf called Ganzura. He was very cunning in nature. For years, he ate the animals which he cleverly hunted for his food. But now, Ganzura had become very old and weak with age. His eyesight had become weak. He found it difficult to chase and run after his prey. He remained hungry for several days. One day, Ganzura was very upset due to his hunger and weakness. Suddenly, an idea came to his mind. The next morning, he went near a banyan tree. He stood there on one leg with folded hands facing the rising sun. When other animals came out of their shelter in search of food, they were astonished to see Ganzura standing in that way. Many animals thought it was some clever trick of Ganzura and he would certainly catch and kill them. So the animals in fear changed their route to escape from Ganzura. Soon large number of mice came out of their holes. They too got confused by seeing Ganzura behaving so strangely. The chief of the mice dared to go forward and asked, "Hey Ganzura, what are you up to?" Ganzura replied, "I am so old now. I have harmed many in my life. So I have decided to quit eating and enjoying the pleasures of this world. From now on, I shall live only on water and I am seeking forgiveness from God." This way, the mice were impressed by Ganzura's words. Their chief said to all, "I think Ganzura has become a noble soul. We all should touch his feet and seek his blessings." The chief mouse went to Ganzura and said, "Oh noble Ganzura, we want to touch your feet. Please bless us with your wisdom." Ganzura happily agreed to their request and asked the mice to come the next morning. Ganzura was very hungry and was tempted to kill the mice for his food the next morning. But he realized that if he killed several mice in one attempt, everyone would come to know his reality. No animal would ever come near him again, and he will remain hungry forever. So he came up with a plan. The next morning, hundreds of mice went to seek Ganzura's blessings. He was standing on one leg, folded hands. He asked all the mice to stand in a queue. The mice started touching Ganzura's feet and kept going back to their holes one by one. When it was the turn of the last mouse, Ganzura quickly attacked him and ate him. All other mice had already reached home, so no one came to know about the last mouse. Thus, every morning the mice used to visit Ganzura to touch his holy feet, and Ganzura ate the last mouse in the queue. After several days, the chief mouse called for a meeting with all the other mice. The chief was shocked to see that so many mice were missing. He said, "Ganzura has been living on water only, but there is no sign of weakness in him. Rather, he looks healthier now. Moreover, the number of mice in our group has also reduced. Something must be wrong. We must together try to find out the truth about Ganzura." The next morning, the chief mouse stood last in the queue and asked the other mice to hide behind the trees after they touched Ganzura's feet. When the chief mouse touched Ganzura's feet at last, Ganzura quickly grabbed him to kill. But the chief was alert. He immediately climbed over Ganzura's neck and bit him hard. Seeing that all the mice hiding behind the trees came to save their chief, they all climbed over the Ganzura and started biting him all over his body with their sharp teeth. Finally, with several wounds on his body, Ganzura died. Moral: when you plan evil for others, you yourself have to pay the price.